Hi, I have a lesson from a 5-year-old for you today. This summer, my husband and I took our son's 2 kids to a parade at the lake when we were up at the cabin. And the one granddaughter is 8, and then we have a grandson who is 5, and his name is Gray. I'm going to introduce you to Gray, okay? Here's Gray. He's a sweetheart. His name is like the color gray, but Gray is not a gray, gloomy kind of guy. Gray is more a bright, sunshiny kind of guy. And I want to tell you a story about Gray this summer at the parade. It was a very, very, very hot day. And we had brought lawn chairs along and some umbrellas for some shade so that we could watch this parade. And we were all busy setting up chairs and umbrellas, and I hadn't even looked across the street from us yet. I was still busy taking care of me, and all of a sudden Gray says, "That little girl has no shoes. I will give her my shoes." And off across the road he went and sat down in the gravel, and he says, "You have no shoes. I will give you my shoes." And he starts taking off his shoes to give to the little girl. And the mom says, "No, no, no. We have shoes in a beach bag here. It's okay, but thank you." Okay, so he was good with that. So back he came to sit with us, and he was just nicely settled in his chair, getting ready for the parade. And all of a sudden he said, "That little girl has no shade. I will give her my umbrella." And he grabbed his umbrella and ran across the street and went to the little girl and said, "You have no shade. I will give you my umbrella." And the mom says, "Thank you, buddy, but we did bring umbrellas. It's okay. She will have shade. You keep the shade for yourself." So back Gray went to sit with us, and he felt good. He had offered his shoes, he had offered his shade, and now he could enjoy the parade. When the parade was over, that mom came over to us and said, "You know, I have never met such a kind, giving little spirit in someone that age before." And she was just so impressed. And she said, "I hope someday when these kids are older that they'll meet again." She liked Gray. I was so sorry that I hadn't taken a picture of him doing these wonderful little acts while we were at the parade. But when we got back to the cabin, I saw him sit down and take off his shoes. And I took a picture of him then, because I always wanted to remember what this little boy looked like as he sat on the road taking off his shoes because he wanted to share them with someone else. It was a very kind, giving, gracious little heart that he had, that he wanted to share these shoes with this little girl. I know a song from my childhood. I don't know if you know this song. It's not the best English, sort of, but it's kind of cute. It's, "Oh, be thankful for the good things that you got. Oh, be thankful for the good things that you got. For the good things that you got are for many just a dream. So be thankful for the good things that you got." Isn't that a great song? We need to be thankful for what we have. You know, when I got back to the cabin that day, I was telling Gray's parents, our son and his wife, that Gray had been so very sweet and so kind and so gracious at the parade. And they were happy to hear that, but they weren't surprised. They said, "That's who Gray is." If Gray has 2 candies in his hand and someone says, "Can I have a candy?" do you think Gray keeps one for himself and gives the one? Do you think he keeps them all for himself? No, they said Gray will give it all to the kid if they ask for candy. It's who Gray is. And I'm so proud of Gray for that. And so he taught me 3 lessons that day. He taught me, be thankful for what you have. He was thankful for his shoes. He was thankful for his shade. But he saw other people's needs. He saw a little girl needed shoes and a shade, and he could do something about that. And he also taught me to be willing to share what he had. In my life, I was busy setting up chairs and umbrellas for me. I did not notice the people around me needing shoes and shade and all that. I didn't notice. Gray noticed. He taught me an important lesson. So happy Thanksgiving to you from me and from little 5-year-old Gray. Enjoy your day.